Hi guys, okay, so in today's video I'm going to be showing you my updated eyebrow routine because a lot of you guys have literally been commenting down below my videos, eyebrow routine, so here you go. Yeah, I'm going to be showing you how I tweeze my eyebrows, how I fill them in, and also how I conceal and clean them to get this look. So if you guys want to see how I fill in my brows, then make sure you stay tuned and carry on watching. Don't forget to comment, subscribe, like and share, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye. Okay, so you guys have been asking me for my updated eyebrow routine. I actually haven't done one for you guys because I don't have one. Like, it's still the same routine. So obviously right now you guys can see my eyebrows are quite thin. I have no eyebrows, like, but I like when I fill in my brows, I like my arch to be really high. So the first thing I do is obviously I brush my brows in place. I'm just using a spoolie to brush my brows in place, and as you guys can see, my brows are starting to grow out, especially this one. I'm just coming a bit closer so you can see. You can see this is starting to grow out. Like, you can see all the hairs growing underneath. I always tweeze my brows. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw out the shape that I want my eyebrows to be. Like I said, I like my arch quite high, so I'm just going to draw out the shape that I want my brows to be. And this is the RIMMEL eyebrow pencil, by the way, so it's in black brown, and you want to make sure your eyebrow pencil is sharpened when you're doing this. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my tweezer, so you can use whatever tweezer you have. This is the one that I use. So basically whatever hair that I have like underneath that outline is what I'm going to pluck. This is going to be really hard for me to do because I like to hold my brows and then literally like start plucking. Okay, so as you guys can see, I've done this eyebrow now, so I'm gonna wipe off, I'm just gonna use my wipes to wipe my brows so you guys can see how it's looking. So you can see how my eyebrows looking, and the shape is actually so nice. So this is gonna help when I'm filling it in. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go and do this eyebrow off camera, and then I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I'm done doing the other side now, and I'm just gonna brush both sides in place so you guys can see the shape that I ended up with. And one thing as well, your brows are never gonna look the same because they're sisters and not twins. So the shape is really nice. This is what I like. Like I said, I like my arch really high, so as you guys can see, it goes same as this one. So now to fill in my brows, I'm gonna use my setting powder and just place that on top of my brows, just because my brows tend to get quite oily throughout the day. So when it comes to my brows, it's either I do my eyebrows before my foundation, or I do my foundation first, then my eyebrows. It just kind of depends on what mood I'm in. Because one thing I've noticed is that doing my eyebrows before my foundation, my makeup takes longer that way. So, but if I do my foundation first and then my eyebrows after that, it's a lot quicker. But and it gives you a different look as well, because when I do my eyebrows after my foundation, I don't clean the top of my brows. But when I do my eyebrows before my foundation, then I clean both the top and the bottom of my brows. So it kind of gives it more of that like HD. It just stands out a lot more basically. So now that I've set my brows, I am now I'm gonna brush them back in place again, because like I feel like when I fill in my brows, people tend to think I have a lot of hair on my eyebrows, but I actually don't. As you guys can see, my brows are quite thin, so you know. So I'm just going to be using the RIMMEL eyebrow pencil in black brown just to outline my brows. And when I outline my brows, I like to bring the line a bit forward, because I feel like your eyebrows obviously define your face. I don't know, man, just watch. I'm really bad at explaining, so just watch me do this. My brows are going to be very different today. I can already tell this one's going to be a lot higher than this one. Okay, so once I outline my brows, now the next thing is I'm obviously going to fill them in. And I don't like my brows looking too dark, so I'm literally going to fill them in with a very light hand, like just very lightly, especially around the tail, because you guys can see there's nothing there, there's no hair there. And then when I get to the front, I literally I use the side of my pencil and I go upwards like so, but I barely feel the front in, so it's very, very light. So now that I've filled my brows in, I'm gonna go back in with the spoolie and I'm just gonna brush them together, brush everything together. I feel like the concealer is literally what makes the difference, trust me, because right now they're looking very basic. Do you get? They're looking very basic right now, and then once I use my concealer, they're gonna stand out a lot more. Clean my eyebrows, I like to use a very flat brush like this, and you can see the mouth is quite round as well. So there's obviously two different types of brushes that you could use. I've seen some people use this type of brush. So you guys can see this brush, it's very flat, but it has a straight mouth. I don't like using a brush like this because what happens is when you try to clean this part, it's just very hard. Me using a brush that's round like this, it really helps when I get to this part of my eyebrows. Like, I'm gonna use the LA Girl Pro Concealer, and this is in the shade Toffee. I'm gonna use the shade Toffee to clean my brows, to clean the bottom of my brows. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna use a blending brush, and I'm just gonna use that to blend in the concealer. Okay, so I'm done cleaning both eyebrows now, and as you guys can see, my eyebrows are already standing out. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna use my foundation to clean the top of my brows, and I prefer to use my foundation rather than using a concealer because this is too light. So obviously this is my foundation shade. I'm gonna use it to clean my brows, and it's the same foundation I'm gonna put all over my face, so it's gonna help to blend in anyway. I'm gonna take the same brush, but I'm gonna like clean what's left of that concealer on the back of my hand. And then I'm just gonna use my brush and literally just go like this down the middle just to make sure, because I don't want no unibrows, so you know. So now I'm gonna grab my blending brush again and just blend all of that together. So obviously you guys can obviously kind of see that I have messed up a little bit from cleaning around my eyebrows. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back in with my eyebrow pomade by ABH, and this is in the shade dark brown, and gonna use an angled brush like so, and then just go back and define around my eyebrows. So the last thing I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna grab my eyebrow gel, and this is the ABH eyebrow gel. So you guys can obviously use whatever eyebrow gel you have. So I'm just gonna use that to brush my eyebrows in place. Okay guys, so my brows are done, and yeah, so you guys can see